One of the hardest things for founders to get right is pricing. It's not enough to know that customers like your product or that they say it's useful. The real question is, will they pay for it? And if so, how much? Testing willingness to pay is one of the most critical yet overlooked parts of startup strategy. Too many founders rely on compliments, assumptions, or comparisons, only to discover that when it comes time to charge, customers hesitate. By systematically testing willingness to pay through surveys, pilots, and experiments, you move beyond speculation into evidence. You learn what the market truly values, you prevent costly pricing mistakes, and you validate your business model before scaling. It's not glamorous work, but it is foundational. A startup that masters pricing validation has a far better chance of surviving and thriving. There are four core reasons why testing willingness to pay is essential. First, compliments don't equal commitment. Customers may say they love your idea, but until they put money on the table, you cannot count it as validation. Positive feedback is encouraging, but it is not proof of demand. Second, money talks. Real validation comes from purchasing decisions. When customers are willing to pay, even in small amounts, it signals true commitment. 100 compliments mean less than a single pre order backed by a credit card. Third, testing prevents pricing mistakes. Underpricing leaves money on the table, capping your potential. Overpricing kills adoption, leaving you without traction. By running tests, you identify the sweet spot that maximizes both demand and revenue. Fourth, testing provides a market reality check. As founders, it's easy to believe your product is worth more than the market actually perceives. Willingness to pay tests reveal how customers truly value your solution, not how you wish they did. The bottom line, willingness to pay is not about theory, it's about reality, and reality only emerges when customers are asked to commit. Surveys are a useful starting point for gauging willingness to pay, though they must be paired with behavioral data to be truly accurate. Two methods are particularly effective. The Van Westendorp Price Sensitivity Meter involves asking four questions. At what price would this product feel too cheap? At what price would it feel cheap but acceptable? At what price would it start to feel expensive? And at what price would it feel too expensive to consider? These answers produce a price sensitivity curve, showing you the acceptable range for your market. The Gapper-Granger method presents customers with different price points and asks how likely they would be to buy at each. By testing multiple price levels, you can map a demand curve across the price spectrum, identifying the sweet spot where uptake and revenue maximize. Surveys like these provide directional insights. They won't give perfect answers. People don't always act the way they say they will, but they create guardrails. They prevent you from wildly underestimating or overestimating what customers might pay. The lesson here is simple. Surveys are a starting point, not an ending point. They help you understand perceptions, but the real test comes with behavior. Pilots and beta programs take you beyond surveys into the world of real usage. They allow you to observe behavior, not just collect opinions. The first approach is early adopter testing. You offer your product to a small group of users who represent your target market. These early adopters are often more forgiving, but they are also more willing to pay if they see value. Their feedback provides critical insights into both usability and pricing. The second approach is pricing model experiments. Here, you test different pricing structures, monthly subscriptions versus annual, tiered plans versus one-time fees to see what resonates. These pilots reveal not just what customers are willing to pay, but how they prefer to pay. The third is behavioral analysis. You look at retention rates, usage patterns, and renewal behaviors. A customer willing to pay once is useful. A customer willing to renew or upgrade is far more powerful. True willingness to pay is revealed over time. Finally, beta results help with scale prediction. By analyzing how your test group responds, you can forecast how broader markets may behave. Pilots are miniature crystal balls that guide you before investing in full scale rollout. Pilots and betas are invaluable because they bridge the gap between survey perception and real customer behavior. The most rigorous way to test willingness to pay is through live experiments. These involve showing different pricing structures to actual customers and measuring conversion in real time. The first tactic is A B testing pricing pages. Different visitor segments see different prices or packages. You then measure conversion rates, upgrade patterns, and churn. Over time, you build a clear picture of price sensitivity. The second is tracking key metrics. The most important are conversion rates. Do people buy? Churn, do they stay? And upgrade behavior. Do they pay more over time? Each metric adds a layer of evidence to your pricing strategy. The third is adopting a digital first strategy. Live pricing experiments work best with SaaS and online businesses where prices can be changed quickly and tested across audiences without friction. The caution is to avoid over-testing. Constantly changing prices confuses customers and damages trust. Experiments should be strategic, time-bound, and well communicated. Live experiments are the most direct evidence of willingness to pay because they measure actual purchasing behavior. When a customer clicks buy and completes a payment, the data speaks louder than any survey ever could. Several companies provide excellent examples of testing willingness to pay. Superhuman, the premium email app, conducted extensive interviews followed by pilot testing. Their process revealed that their target power users were willing to pay $30 per month, a price far higher than traditional email clients. By validating with behavior, they avoided underpricing and built a premium brand. Spotify leveraged its freemium model to test premium uptake. By experimenting with different price points across markets, they discovered which tiers maximized conversion and retention. This strategy allowed them to scale globally with confidence in their pricing. Tesla tested demand by collecting pre-orders with deposits long before cars were manufactured. Customers putting down thousands of dollars up front provided undeniable proof of willingness to pay, giving Tesla both validation and capital to fund production. These cases highlight a key lesson. The best validation comes not from compliments, but from commitments. It's not just about who buys once, but who pays and stays. Sustained engagement over time is the ultimate proof. Testing willingness to pay is one of the most strategic exercises a startup can undertake. It prevents you from relying on compliments, ensures you avoid pricing mistakes, and grounds your assumptions in reality. Surveys like Van Westendorp and Gabor Granger provide valuable insights into perceptions. Pilots and beta programs reveal real behaviors and renewal patterns. Live experiments give the most direct evidence, showing how different prices affect conversion, retention, and upgrades. The stories of Superhuman, Spotify, and Tesla demonstrate that rigorous testing works across industries, from software to music to automobiles. The principle is universal. Don't assume demand until money is on the table. Compliments may inflate your ego, but only purchases sustain your business. The final takeaway is simple but powerful. Willingness to pay is the ultimate validation. It tells you not just that customers like your product, but that they value it enough to invest their money in it. And that, more than any survey, metric, or projection, is the foundation of a scalable, successful company.